So zooming out a bit here, I am going to click on this with the sub-selection tool, and you can see it does not sub-select. The reason why it does not sub-select is because we've got one big crazy freaking group. And it's such a crazy group that we have to not just ungroup, because if you choose expand appearance and give it a moment, it is now actually drawn lines. And if I undo and redo, it takes a second, but if you undo and redo, you will see some shifting here. So now it's a little softer when I expand appearance, which is a good thing to know about. So do that, please. Select it, choose expand appearance.
Is there a reason why you could only expand, but you couldn't expand because?
Yeah,
It won't let me
says
do
expand.
All right, so make sure it's selected, and if it's not expanding, or if it is expanding, and it doesn't seem like you can still select things with the sub-selection tool, you're right, because it still needs more expanding. I know this is a slow process, but I'm just trying to keep everyone together. So Sarah and Kat, you're asking a really good question, but the answer is sometimes you have to expand these things multiple times, because if I move this over, you can see it's still stuck together. So watch, please. I know it's a little bit painstaking. Expand, click OK. That's what you're looking for. I had to expand it twice. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a software engineer, so I don't know exactly what causes this to have to, on some arts, just expand once, or some arts pieces expand more than twice. But this is the deal. This is why I'm teaching it. So if you use the sub-selection tool now, you can mouse over objects and you can see what colors they are. And again, because I only use 10 levels of color, I'm going to be able to do my cool thing that I want to teach you pretty well. I'm so sorry it's so hot in here today. I can tell you it is not fun to be so hot, but what to do? There's a lot worse things. All right, so we're now expanded, and you're choosing the sub-selection tool, otherwise known in Illustrator TrueTalk as direct selection. But when you click on these different parts, my friends, please look up. I really want you to look up. Is if I click on these parts, let's say this kind of olive color background, which looks so much lighter in the artwork than it does here on the palette, I have now selected a color. Please listen and watch. Do not try to do this when I'm doing it, because it's not going to work and you're going to get frustrated. So I've clicked one piece that's this color. I have 10 colors because that's the choice I chose earlier for my color tracing colors. And then I need to do this. Select same appearance. Now you're allowed to do that part. So click one color, select same appearance. Stay with me. Don't do anything else. Don't be working on a side project. Don't be trying to fix anything else. Only be doing this right now, so that you can really learn this great technique. All right, so now I've selected all same appearance of this color. I don't love this color, and I want to change it later, soon later. So I've clicked it, and then select. Please look up. Trying to stay focused, and you need to also. Select same appearance. So all the ones with that color are selected now, okay? Now please look. Don't look away. I'm going to take this color. Please look. I can tell if you're not looking. I need you to look. Click and drag and drop the color. Wait, it went down here. I'm going to put it here, right there next to that last custom color. Double click it. This is incredibly important. Click on global. Stay with me. Don't change these numbers yet. So that's the first color. Now, I've done the first one, and I'm going to click inside the next color. Click the color. Object. Select. Same appearance. All the ones with that appearance are selected. Don't click away. Drag the color into the palette. They're still selected. Double click. Click on global. Now they're all using that global color. Click OK. I'm going to do the third one because I know I have 10, which is why I was saying don't use too many colors because you go mad. Click the third one. Select. Same appearance. drag and drop the color, double click, global. Click OK. I'm going to do it again, and then I think you should probably be OK. If I click here and I choose select same appearance, this is another place I can click and drag the chip down into the palette, double click it with the colors still selected, and it's a global color. Now I have 4 of my 10 colors. So why don't you continue doing that? Click, select, same appearance. Drag the color into your palette. Here, I'll put it there. Double click. Make sure you click the global checkbox and click OK. And continue selecting all your colors. I'm going to pause the screen. Okay, now that you have finished all of the work on saving your custom colors, here's the really big takeaway for this. Please look on screen. This color that's like this olive color here, if I select it with the sub-select tool right there, I can see which swatch that is because it is highlighted in the panel. Now the good and the bad of this is if I want to change all colors that have this color on it right now, I can do that. So that's good if that's what I want to do. So if I double click and I dial this color to a new color and I click the preview button, look what happens. I can see that my new color is being used in the artwork in a couple of different places, and I can change the color. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to click OK. What should I do before I click OK to this color? What should I do to these numbers? The nearest 5. Good job. All right, so that's a clean color. And there it is. So here, where I don't want it to be this color, in his jersey, or whatever that's called, tunic. Yes, we didn't have jerseys back then. They were tunics. I want this one to be the original color, but I don't have it anymore. That's why you're watching right now. I'm going to undo. And I'm going to take this color, please be looking, and I'm going to duplicate it because I love you. This one and this one are connected, but if I double click and I unglobal it, stay with me. So, right now if I click away and I click again and I choose or anything and everything that is this color, please be watching. Again, I want it to be blue, so I'm changing it to blue and rounding my numbers. Okay. Everything that's that color is changed. However, here, please look, I'm going to click with the sub-select tool, hold the shift key, and click again with the sub-select tool, and turn it back to this color, but only on those spots. Okay. At this point, there is no other things that I want to change to a different, back to that original color, or if there is, you need to zoom in and find those pieces. The concept of this is that, click, I can divide these colors more effectively and control them. So this one is still blue there, and it's supposed to be this color now. All right, so those are not global anymore because I didn't make sure that that was a global color, and if I wanted to undo, I would have this again. So I'll just keep it simple here. I'm going to click just these colors of the tunic and make them the brown that I want them to be, and double click and make this a global color again. It is now not the same as this anymore because I unlocked the globalness and then I reassigned it. So this one, same thing here. I'm going to click and figure out which color that is. It's this one. I want a lighter blue or some other groovy color. I can click on preview, and here I want this to be lighter, 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 like that. Cool. Okay. And I might not want it there. If I want to keep that old color, I'll need to duplicate first. So this is a trial and error process. It's a design art process. It's not a fixed thing. It's a learning process. So I'm going to click cancel. Even though I love this color. What should I do if I love this color? How do I save this color? Does anyone remember?
Yeah, correct.
Can I drag it?
Remember the number?
Oh, that's a good one. Remember the number. Add to library. It says create new library. Nah, I don't really want to add a new library. So there, the color went into the palette. Did it go into the palette? Or it went into this library? Didn't go anywhere. All right, so that's the one, but I need to undo. You're with me, right? I know you're paying attention, so I'm going to click here because you're such awesome students. I'm going to duplicate this color. I'll show you this again. So make sure it's using this one. Boop. Click away. Boop. Double click here. Double click. Unglobal that one. So unglobal it. Boop. Click again. Okay, I got to stop saying boop. All right, so click. Change. It didn't save my color. And I want it to be this color. Preview. Add to my library. I don't really want a new library. I wish it wouldn't make me do that. And click OK. So whether or not I like that color, I can always change it later. If I want this, click, hold the Shift key, click to use this older shade, double click, and make that one global again. So this is the process that you're working on. You're learning how to differentiate between existing global colors and duplicate global colors properly so that you can have a high level of control in your art. So if I hold the Shift key and select these, give them this color. You can also do this, please look. Select same appearance, and then you could deselect anything you didn't want changed. Here, this is not the right one. Click, select, same appearance, that's better. And then here, I don't want this changed. Shift select, everything that's left selected is now the lighter olive color. All right, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to experiment with this. I'm just going to finish up this in the next movie. You can work while I'm working now, and